Anatomy of flowering plants. Anatomy is the study of internal structures of the organism. With the help of anatomy, we can understand about the internal structure, the internal process of the organism. Tissue. Tissue is a group of similar and identical kind of cells who do any function in a group of identical kind of cells. Plant tissue. Plant tissue is of two types, meristematic tissue and permanent tissue. Meristematic tissue are those tissue who can divide the cell, who has the ability to divide in the cell. So on the basis of their location, meristematic tissue are of three types, apical meristematic tissue, intercavity meristem and lateral meristem. Apical and intercavity meristem are also known as primary meristematic tissue and the lateral meristem also known as secondary meristem. It develops later after these two tissues. Second is permanent tissue. Permanent tissue are those tissue who does not have the ability to divide the cell. These tissue do other function except the dividing. So, on the basis of number of cells, there are two types: simple permanent tissue, complex permanent tissue. Simple permanent tissue are the tissue which are basically made up of similar one kind of cells. So, on the basis of their location and their function and their structure, they are of three types: parenchyma, collenchyma and sclerenchyma. Next is complex permanent tissue. Basically, they are made up of more than one kind of cells, so that is why they are called complex tissue. So there are two types, xylem and phloem. Xylem and tissue combinedly make the vascular bundle for the plant. Meristematic tissue. Meristematic tissue is a basically growing tissue, help in the growth of the plant because the cells of this tissue are dividing cells. So on the basis of location, it is of three types: apical meristem, intercavity meristem, lateral meristem. Apical meristem is found at the root and the shoot apex. As you can see here, this growing part is the root apex. So here the apical meristem found. Again in the shoot, this apical part is known as shoot apex. So at this part, apical meristem found. Help in the growth of length of the plant. Second is intercavity meristem. It is mainly found at the nodes of the plant. At the nodes, internode, node. So basically it is found at the nodes of the plant, and at the nodes many branches and leaves arise from the node. That's why it is helpful in the branching for the plant. So this is part of intercavity meristem. Third one is lateral meristem. Lateral meristem basically found inside the stem. Inside the stem, it is not found in the root. Lateral meristem is not found inside the roots. So it is only found in the stem, and as you can see here in the lateral part helps in the growth of the diameter of the stem. Lateral meristem in the stem also known as cambium meristem, cambium. So with the help of cambium or the lateral meristem, there is secondary growth occur inside the plants. So basically it is only found in the dipole plant. Permanent tissue. Permanent tissue is also of three types: parenchyma, collenchyma, sclerenchyma. Permanent tissue are basically made up of meristematic tissue. When the meristematic cells lose the capability to dividing, these cells now become the permanent cells. So on the basis of their functions, they are of three types. So basically permanent tissue arise from the meristematic tissue. So first type is called parenchyma cells. Parenchyma cells are the isodimetry. It means that all the cells have same type of structures. They may be round, oval, spherical. Intercellular space is present. They have thin cell wall made up of cellulose and large vacuole, small nucleus. The part where the parenchyma cells present is basically soft in nature because of the thin cell wall of cellulose. They comprises the maximum part of the plant. They are found in leaves also, they are found in stem, and they are found in roots also. So the functions of according to their area, they can do photosynthesis as they are found in leaves. They can do storage as if they are found in the stem or the roots, and they also do the function of secretion found with the another tissue. So they can secrete the chemicals, they can store the food, and they can do photosynthesis. And these are basically living cells. Now the second is collenchyma cells. Collenchyma cells are also the living cells. The intercellular space is mainly absent because on their cell wall, due to the extra deposition of cellulose, heavy cellulose and pectin, extra deposition is found at the corners of the cell wall. So because of these types of deposition, intercellular space is generally absent. So due to this deposition, the cell wall is become hard and stiff. So that is why they do both type of function. They provide some flexibility to the plant, and also with the flexibility they provide some mechanical strength to the plant. So basically parenchyma tissues found at the petiole of the leaf and in the hypodermis of the plant stem. Next is sclerenchyma tissue. Sclerenchyma tissue is the dead tissue. It is the cells of this tissue are dead because on the cell wall there is extra thickening of lignin, extra deposition of lignin. Due to this, the cell become dead. All the protoplast closed. On the basis of this structure, sclerenchyma T cells are of two types: fibrous and sclerics. Fibrous cells are those who is elongated in nature and has thick cell wall and narrow lumen. The cell wall is present. Scleric cells are those cells which is circular in structure, extra thickening of lignin, and the cell wall has pits on their and cell wall has pits and a very narrow lumen. So this is two types of sclerenchyma. Both the cells are dead and hard in nature. So basically they provide the mechanical strength and the mechanical support to the plant. Complex permanent tissue. Complex permanent tissue are of two types: xylem and phloem. First we will talk about the xylem. Xylem is a tissue which is made up of four types of cells, four types of elements. First is xylem vessel, xylem trachea, xylem parenchyma, and xylem fiber. These four types of cells make the complete xylem vascular tissue. In this, xylem vessel and xylem trachea mainly do the function of conduction of water from roots to the stem, and parenchyma and fibers are the supporting elements. This is the structure of xylem vessel. Xylem vessel is made up of many small cells, which are xylem is made up of red cells, and intermediate septation is get dissolved. It's like a tube-like structure, and the cells, the wall of the cell is thick due to the deposition of lignin. The vessel is open at both ends and pits are absent. So it is the main cells who conduct water. Second cells are tracheae. Tracheae are fiber-like cells tapering at both ends. The cell wall has some pores called pit. So these two types of main conductory cells, both are dead in nature. Next is parenchyma. The xylem tissue also comprises living xylem parenchyma cells, which do the storage function here of water and other substances. So it is living in nature. So last is xylem fibers, are basically sclerenchymatous cells which are also dead in nature, and they provide the support and the strength to the xylem tissue. On the basis of growth, xylem is of two types: protoxylem, metaxylem. First protoxylem develops, after protoxylem metaxylem develops. On the arrangement of protoxylem and metaxylem in the root stem, so these are of two types. First arrangement is endarch. In this arrangement, if protoxylem is found in the central part, the metaxylem found toward the periphery, this type of arrangement is known as endarch arrangement, and it is mostly found in the stem of the plant. Second is exarch condition. If the metaxylem is found in the central part and the protoxylem found towards the periphery, this type of arrangement is exarch, and it is generally found in the roots. If we will talk about gymnosperm, in gymnosperm xylem is present, but the xylem vessels are absent. Only tracheae are present there. Phloem. Phloem is the complex tissue. It helps in the transduction of food from leaves to the different part of the plant. So that is why the movement of food is multidirectional. Phloem is made up of four kinds of cells: sieve tube, companion cell, phloem parenchyma, and phloem fiber, also known as bast fiber. So as you can see here, this major tube is known as sieve tube, which is made up of many sieve cells. These sieve cells comprises with a sieve plate. Sieve plates have sieve pores. With the help of these sieve pores, food travel from one cell to the another cell. So this is the sieve tube, which is made up of many sieve cells. Each sieve cell, second is companion cell. Companion cell is the cell which is found at the adjacent of every and each sieve cell. So with each sieve cell there is a companion cell found attached. And Both the cells, sieve cells and companion cells, connected with the help of a pore or a pit known as plasmodesmata. Each companion cell connected to the sieve cells with the help of a pore known as plasmodesmata. Sieve cells comprises the peripheral cytoplasm and a large vacuole, and companion cell is a living cell which has nucleus. But the sieve cells, in the sieve cells nucleus is absent. In the companion cell nucleus is present. So basically, companion cell provide food to the parenchyma. Companion cells helps to maintain the pressure gradient between the companion cell and the sieve cells. Third is phloem parenchyma. Phloem parenchyma are the long, large cells which is also found in the adjacent of the companion cells. This is the living cells. They do the function of storage here. Thin cell wall, nucleus is present, large vacuole is present there, and they do the here inside the stem. They do the function of storage and secretion. They store food, which is phloem fibers. Phloem fibers are the dead cell fibers, which is found in the phloem also. And here they provide the mechanical strength to the tissue. They are also known as bast fiber, and they are very economically very important. Many fibers, many jute and hemp are made up of the bast fiber of that plant.